Why Good American Family's Imogen Faith Reid didn't tell Ellen Pompeo she loved Grey's Anatomy, exclusive. She is very much a role model for me. I did love Grey's Anatomy and I never told her because I didn't want to weird her out, Reid, 27, exclusively told Us Weekly. But I really loved working alongside Ellen so much. Reid, who plays Natalia Grace, learned so much, sharing the screen with Pompeo, 55, adding, "I remember there was a time on set where, as an actor, you have to get into your right mark, and I was confused. Ellen asked the cameraman to turn over the camera for me so I could actually see what I was doing. That was a real learning moment for me. It was like I was really being taught there." Pompeo's co-star was thankful for the support on her first TV acting job. "She always taught me that I could have a voice and that I could speak up," Reid continued. "For my first job I was shy, I was a bit intimidated, and she always made me feel so comfortable. It was just a real gift for me to have somebody like her to learn from. These things that she's taught me, I'll always take with me to each job that I do." Good American Family, which is currently airing on Hulu, is a scripted true crime series inspired by Natalia Grace, who made headlines when she was adopted by Christine and Michael Barnett as a child only to accuse them of abandoning her. Pompeo plays Christine, which marks her first role since being cast as Meredith on ABC's long-running medical drama. Reid was thankful for the support she felt on set after previously appearing as a body double on The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, and HBO's The Third Day. "I was so nervous about taking on a speaking role to begin with and being a lead. I really thought, can I take this on? Because it's a lot of pressure, but the thing that helped me through it is I thought, I'm a little person, I can tell this story." Reid, who also has a form of dwarfism, Reid, "I had an incredible cast that I knew was going to guide me, and I wasn't wrong. So I was in very good hands." Reid broke down the extra work that went into playing Grace, sharing, "Disney helped so much. They actually hooked me up with an acting coach, and I actually had an incredible movement coach as well that helped me figure out Natalia's movement." She continued, "It was very early on when I decided that I wanted to portray my own version of Natalia. So through this, we found the movement in my own body that felt genuine but not imitating Natalia, as we have different types of dwarfism. That was something that was really important to me. There was also an incredible dialect coach who helped me with the American accent, and all of this just really helped portray my character." While reflecting on the opportunity, Reid expressed gratitude to her co-stars. Good American Family also stars Mark Duplass, Sarayu Blue, Dule Hill, Jenny O'Hara, Kim Shaw, and Christina Hendricks. Something that I never really dabbled in is the amount of acting choices they would each make. Ellen would always talk about choices, and this was something that I did do it. I think I could have delved in more, Reid shared with us. Also, just how professional they all are and how they can step into a character so quickly is something I learned. It was mesmerizing learning from Christina, Sarayu, Dule, Mark, and Ellen. And even though I may have been the lead, they were the leads for me. I learned from them, and it was just so amazing to do. When Good American Family breakout star Imogen Faith Reid found herself face-to-face with Ellen Pompeo at a swanky charity gala in Santa Monica, she could feel her heart thudding against her ribcage like a jackhammer. And yet, despite being a lifelong fan of Grey's Anatomy, a show she once binged during a brutal breakup in credits for inspiring her to pursue acting, Imogen didn't breathe a word about her obsession to the iconic Dr. Meredith Grey herself. "Why?" "I chickened out," Imogen admits, laughing sheepishly during our exclusive one-on-one interview in the garden terrace of Chateau Marmont. "I was so starstruck, but it was more than that. I didn't want to be that person." Imogen, who plays the sunny yet secretly tormented daughter of a conservative pastor on the hit family drama Good American Family, is refreshingly candid about her self-imposed silence that night. There's this whole inner monologue I have in situations like that. It's like, do not fangirl. Be cool, be industry. But inside, I was screaming. Internally, I was like, oh my God, it's Meredith Grey. Meredith Grey. The moment happened earlier this year at the annual Heal the Hearts Gala, where Imogen and Ellen were seated just 2 tables apart. They shared a laugh over a spilled glass of rosé and made eye contact during a standing ovation for the keynote speaker. They even brushed elbows in the photo booth line. But still, Imogen said nothing about Grey's. The 26-year-old rising star insists that her silence wasn't out of disrespect or disinterest, but rather a complicated blend of reverence, imposter syndrome, and sheer terror of being perceived as unprofessional. It's such a weird thing because I've met other celebrities before. I've even worked with some. But Ellen Pompeo is different. She's Grey's. That show meant something to me when I was at my most vulnerable. Reid recalls being 14, curled up on the couch of her family's small Michigan home, watching Christina Yang and Meredith Grey dance it out while she nursed her first broken heart. I had just gotten dumped over text. I didn't want to talk to anyone, but that show gave me comfort. The characters felt real. And Ellen, her stillness, her emotional range, it was everything. In fact, it was Grey's Anatomy that sparked Imogen's desire to act in the first place. I remember watching Season 5 when Meredith's storyline got really intense. The way she held grief and resilience in the same breath. I was like, that. I want to do that. I didn't know how or when, but I knew I had to find a way into that world. Fast forward a decade and change, and Imogen is now doing exactly that. After cutting her teeth on regional theater and a few short films, she landed her big break on Good American Family, a surprise smash on streaming platforms. Her portrayal of Eden Merriweather, a golden girl with a hidden streak of rebellion, has earned her a devoted fan base and early Emmy buzz. Critics call her performance graceful yet explosive, and audiences have latched onto her character's nuanced arc with intense devotion. Still, with all of her newfound success, Imogen says she doesn't feel quite ready to approach someone like Ellen Pompeo with her full fangirl heart. It's like, I want to earn my place first. I want to meet her again in a professional context, like on set or at a table read, where I can say, "Hi, I'm Imogen. I play a doctor now, too," she laughs. Maybe then I'll have the guts to tell her. When asked if she thinks Ellen would have been touched by the compliment, Imogen nods. Oh, totally. I think she would have been gracious. I mean, from what I've heard, she's incredibly kind and supportive of other women in the industry. But it wasn't about her. It was about me feeling like a 14-year-old girl again, and not wanting to crumble in front of someone I idolize. Interestingly, Reid's encounter with Pompeo has since inspired a subplot in Good American Family's upcoming 2nd season. We're doing this arc where Eden meets a famous Christian pop singer who she grew up idolizing, and she completely freezes. Like total word vomit shutdown. I told the writers about what happened with Ellen, and they were like, yep, that's going in. Art imitating life, right? Though she didn't speak up that night, Imogen tells us she's holding on to the hope of a second chance. Maybe one day I'll be at a Grey's reunion panel or some crossover event and I'll finally tell her. I might even hand her a signed Good American Family script and say, thanks for helping me get here. Before we wrap, I ask Imogen what she would have said to Ellen if she could rewind time and gather the courage. She smiles thoughtfully. I would have said, thank you for playing Meredith like a real human being. You made me believe that broken people could still be whole. And you made me believe I could be one of them someday, on screen, telling stories, helping other girls feel seen.